Nissan engine and transmission. Still warm. Still warm.
Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a buzz. The buzzing topic all over social media is that Jamaica did not strike gold. However, a youth from Jamaica, from Spanish Town to be specific, it seems as if him strike gold, him strike diamond, him strike oil, him strike it rich. And this is based on the fact that he is now the present boyfriend of global superstar Madonna, age 66-year-old. This youth is 28-year-old. So people, if my maths do me correctly, I may have 10 subject. That would be about 38 years is senior. However, he is presently the boyfriend of Madonna. Now people, when you hear that, you know, so the little worthless boy, them at Jamaica, looking for some sort of opportunity to freeload of them, want somebody to take care of them, want green card, want the easy life, want sweets. They were saying, or they are saying to themselves, Lord, that couldn't mean that. Well, it couldn't be you, because more than likely you probably don't have the looks, don't have the charm, don't have the charisma, don't have what Madonna is probably looking for in a man. Well, a boy toy, a man toy, somebody that is going to be her sexual partner, keeps her warm, do all sorts of licking, all sorts of sticking. So when I heard that she is dating some sorts of Jamaican boy, some sorts of footballer, may I say, well, this youth must be one of them top playing at the Premier League. Well, people, guess what? Like I said, this man's name is Akeem Morris. He left from Jamaica, he went to New York, he attended Stony Brook University, not the type of big university. He was a football player. He also played for the Oyster Bay United FC, which is a Premier League team in America. So we are talking about at least a fourth year. If we are talking about English League, he is no sort of top baller, but he is definitely balling big time. Now, based on information that I am getting, here are some of the stringent stipulations that is attached to this relationship / prenuptial arrangement or agreement. Based on what credible sources saying, whenever they are in their presence, there is no sort of watching of any sort of TV. You should not be distracted specifically by any sorts of sporting events, including the Super Bowl, including the NBA, including Major League, because you know, said distraction for men is sports and TV. So therefore, whenever it is time for quality time needs to be spent, and this man had to sign to one of those stipulations. It is also said, even though she is sleeping with him, she is his sexual partner, vice versa. He does not get the privilege to sleep in the bed. So therefore, whenever she wants him, she commands him. He knows his job title. He knows his job description. Lickety clit, stickety stick. All the good stuff that she wants. The foreplay, the afterplay, the before play. And whenever she is finished and decides that, listen, enough is enough, then you go to your little boy toy corner and you go sit down and relax until you are called the next time. Now, people, like me say, if you did some sorts of survey and you ask 100% of Jamaican men, they would be willing to agree to these terms and agreement regardless of how stringent they might be, because they are looking at it that they are going to be the Jamaican Dose Bigelow. So therefore, all of these memberships come with some sorts of privilege, as in the $1 billion club, as in going to the nicest places, driving in the nicest cars. However, you are actually not a man in a relationship. You might wear the jeans, but you are not the type alpha genes in a relationship. However, like me say, Jamaican men specifically that don't like to work and like everything the easy way, like sweets, they will look at this as a great opportunity. And again, this is no sort of green card marriage because this youth left from Jamaica on some sorts of scholarship. He was playing ball, so therefore he must have some sorts of paperwork. So based on the information that I am getting, it is said that there was some sorts of promotional arrangement for some sorts of songs, some sorts of video, some sorts of shoot, some sorts of events. And he was one of those standing persons, one of those models, Face Boy, Rete, Lele. She seems to have some sorts of liking for him and they exchanged numbers and I guess they linked up and then he was in like Flynn, literally. So people, at the end of the day, there are always pros and cons to everything. Yes, he is going to have some sorts of luxurious life. However, she is going to call the shots. She is going to make all the decisions as it pertains to this man. He is just a boy toy. He is just a gigolo. And people, I am not saying that there's no sorts of love here. However, when you look at the MO of people like Madonna, these people, them change man like them change them draws. As a matter of fact, them change man faster than how them change them draws. I mean, I say she wear any sorts of dirty, frownsy draws, me just a say. And when we look at the past of this lady, she has changed many, many men, including Dennis Rodman that used to play for the Chicago Bulls, the worm them call him. As a matter of fact, as late as about a couple of weeks ago, she was rumored to be dating some sorts of boxer. I think he's from Nigeria originally, living in the UK. So me just say, don't be surprised if by the time this video is uploaded on YouTube, she changes suit and he is out the door, out the picture. However, at the end of the day, he would have lived some sorts of freaky, nice, luxurious life as some sorts of jigger gigolo / boy toy. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called the scammer them there in a full technicolor. Based on some information that I am getting, there was a group of people out there on social media sending out all sorts of posters for all sorts of job in the tourist industry in Jamaica and overseas. You were supposed to pay 5,000 Jamaican dollars for the application and then you're supposed to go to some sorts of destination in Ocherius. However, when I first saw this or heard about it, as a matter of fact, somebody sent it to me on WhatsApp, I was going to say, please, don't send me any FUCKING ad for any sorts of job fair because it's some sorts of scam. I overlooked it. I did not pay it any sorts of attention. However, people, voila. I want you to take a listen, take a look at this video with some of the victims. We are speaking about JACKASSES from Jamaica that keep getting scammed because they keep getting desperate and not doing their due diligence. Take a listen, take a look. So people like me say, the scammer them there. When I saw this ad, I knew instantly that this is some sort of scam because the truth and the fact is that anything that comes easy goes easy. And there's not a whole lot of person with all sorts of job opportunity that is out there just giving away jobs just like that. So more than likely, you should have known that this was going to be some sorts of scam. But it seems as if persons don't learn from the mistakes of others, don't know how many examples they need before them start for check, before them start for Google, before them start for do them due diligence, verify and validate that their money that they are spending is not going to go to the waste or go to some sorts of scammer. So these people must feel like some fool because these are the same Jamaican when you hear people are tell them say, Oh, them scam the people them from United States. Those persons are old, those persons are senile, so therefore we should give those persons some sorts of pass, and I am not glorifying any sorts of scamming, but me just say there are ways to check. Whenever you see any sorts of flyer for any sorts of job, just simply go on Google and put in scam after the search and it will tell you. But like me say, desperate times calls for a desperate measure. When people are desperate, they will do all sorts of foolness. And this was confirmed by the Ministry of Labor representative that was there that listen people, you've been scammed. Go out your yard. Don't waste any more time. Don't waste any more money. You are not going to get any sorts of job. Such is the case in this case, unfortunately. Like me say, learn from the mistakes of others. Don't be a JACKASS, even in your desperate state. Don't make your situation that is bad even worse as it pertains to financially. Don't make other persons richer and you poorer, especially through some sorts of scam. Point blank and period.
What do you do when you're a victim of your husband's domestic violence? He's been put in jail, and suddenly you get a text message stating that he is now out on bond. That is a Hood News Peep's current dilemma. And who is her husband? This guy. Here is a message from the Hood News Peep I received this morning. My husband is Georgino James. He's a coach for a soccer academy. He's played for the Jamaican national soccer team and the Houston Dynamos and many more. In March of 2024, he was arrested for strangling me with his belt. He was let out on bond with a protective order in place and an ankle monitor. On August 30th, he physically assaulted me inside my daughter's daycare, which is located in Friendswood, Texas. I have video. I have suffered a concussion, a broken hand, a finger is broken, and might need surgery with a rod put in it. If it doesn't heal on its own. I've got a swollen face, bruised back, and arms. After he assaulted me, he drove off, and police arrested him in League City. My husband is facing 2 charges. The first one is violating his bond conditions, and the second one is the assault. He has already been given a bond for the assault charge, and guess what? He was released tonight. I just got the automated call letting me know that he's out on bond again. If anything happens to me, it was him. I need help. He has a lot of people helping him because they don't know how bad the abuse is. If I don't speak up, something's going to happen to me. I am very much afraid. All right, Hood News Peeps. So we are sharing. We're going to do our part just to get her voice out there more and make it stronger. She is getting help right now, but those things take time to process. It seems like his bond was faster than her getting help. We have seen situations like this turn into great tragedies. Prayers going up for her safety and that of her child. Please share.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, and based on the voice that you just heard and the edited version of that video, is of a former reggae boy, former JC student, got some sorts of scholarship to go to the United States for soccer, football, we call it at Jamaica. His name is Georgino James. Based on what the wife said, there's been many occasions in which he abused them. He got arrested, however, he was out on bail. He had some sorts of restriction order. That means you're not supposed to go into the presence of that lady for about 100 meters or whatever. Don't know the specifics. But obviously, this man that was out on bail violated those bail conditions because based on the video that is presently out exposing him, they went to some sorts of daycare to drop off one of the child. Apparently, he was not aware that there was some sorts of camera mounted. Don't know why in this technological age, especially in America where there are children at school, that is going to be priority numero uno. However, surprisingly, he was caught on video doing some of the worst things. When I first saw this video, what came to my mind is of an NFL player. His name is Ray Rice, that used to play for one of those teams in the NFL. He was caught doing the same thing to his wife or girlfriend. He would never see a day playing NFL again. He lost a whole bunch of millions of dollars for violating that lady, abuseys. In this case, this is a Jamaican, left from Jamaica, got scholarship, played professional football, is now a coach or a recruiter for some sorts of professional team. However, I think that his anger management got the better of him, not making any sorts of excuse. So therefore, even though he was on bail for the same thing, go back and do the same thing over and over again. So based on what I know of America rules, laws and regulation as it pertains to clotting up your wife or girlfriend, significant other, if he's just there on some sorts of green card and not a citizen of the United States, these charges, conviction is automatic, deportation, aggravated assault. The only thing that is worse is if he was caught with some sorts of tool, taking away somebody, especially in the presence of his own child. People, these youth, it seems as if they don't ever learn. But like them say, you can't take the pig out of the sty, but you can't take the sty out of the pig. Such is the case in this case, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called So the Papa, So the Son, So the Picnic. As a matter of fact, give him the benefit of the doubt. Children practice or do whatever them say. Them what this are good parents do. The picture that is presently on your screen is of an automatic submachine gun that was seized on the compound of some sorts of school in St. Elizabeth. Based on the report, it is said that a 7-year-old student brought that tool to the school premises, and I guess the teacher saw it. Now people, just imagine, 7-year-old, don't know if he knows or thinks that this is some sort of toy, but I can almost see the circumstances in which this happened. More than likely, him see the worthless papa and worthless mama, I show them friend the tool, and him I said to himself, well, if my father fully dunce, and me just younger, the younger of the duncerer, maybe I should take this tool to school and show my friends too, so therefore I can be just as bad or just as dunce as the father. And this is no sort of disrespect to this little 7-year-old because he does not know any sorts of better. But me just as say, if you're going to be in the badness game, if you just happen to have some sorts of tool for protection purposes in your house, just in case the ops pull up, at least put it away in a safe place out of the reach of your little pitney, so that that little pitney might not use that tool and put a cap in his own ASS or head or the HEAD of other students at the school, because it could have easily gone from bad to worser. Me just say, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.